Will Levis acquitted himself well, as they say, in his second start. After the great game against the Falcons that not many people saw because it was caught in a cluster of 9 1 o'clock Eastern games on Sunday, we get to see him in prime time. Here's Mike Vrabel, his head coach, on how Levis performed in a very difficult environment.
Fairly well. Again, no delay of games. Getting us in. And again, there were some things that will have to be better as far as just directionally, but I think that it was, again, we lost, so I'm not going to sit there and glorify that in his performance, but there was some good throws, there was some good protections, close on a couple runs. Third down was certainly a large factor in this game.
And Levis was impressive, and the pocket held up more often than not, even though it seemed like in the first half, every play there was another injured Titans offensive lineman. On that final drive, I kept waiting for the pocket to just completely consume Levis and, a strip sack or some mistake or something like that. And yes, the interception eventually came. But all in all, the Tennessee offensive line and Levis managed well against a very good Steelers defense. So there's reason to be encouraged. After the game, they had a shot of Levis on the sideline, and you could tell he was upset. And that's what you want to see in that situation. You want a guy that is an intense competitor who thinks he can go into Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers in prime time, and think of what that would have done for him. I was thinking about that on that last drive. Yeah. Man, if he pulls this off, if he beats the Steelers in Pittsburgh, if he out-Steelers the Steelers in prime time and comes back and wins this game, he's going to be the hottest thing in the NFL. And he still should be something we're paying close attention to. I had an executive with one of the teams tell me this week he's going to get a lot of people fired because owners are going to be asking, why wasn't this guy a first-round pick? Why did we pass on this guy? That's how good he potentially could be. Last night would have kind of added to and fueled an early career legend for Will Levis if he had pulled it off. So all in all, it was good. Wasn't good enough, but I think it was better than what the Titans would have expected this soon from Will Levis, a guy that was number 3 on the depth chart before Ryan Tannehill got injured, and they kind of let Malik Willis and Will Levis duke it out.
Well, and you think about it, Mike, short week, second career start, on the road in Pittsburgh, one of the toughest places to play, and he comes out and performs like that. I thought it was outstanding. I was excited to watch him because I didn't get to see the entire game he played on Sunday, which was just outstanding with the 4 touchdowns. So, you can see it. With rookie quarterbacks, you can see it, and you see it with Will Levis. He has it, whatever it is, and he's just going to grow and grow and grow. And you go back to that next to last drive, and you talked about the deep pass to Burks that was incomplete, and it was 4th and 4. I'll go back one play before that, 3rd and 4. They run the ball with Spears and don't pick up any yards. And I thought there were times that they were too conservative. And that might have been one of them on that 3rd down play. Give him 2 chances to throw the ball. And he's going to learn. You don't have to go deep on the 4th and 4 play. Try to pick up the first down, live to see another series of downs, et cetera, et cetera. But they need to unleash him now. Trust him. He's shown you enough that he can play, and he's going to get better. And frankly, you're building toward 2024 anyway. You're not going to go anywhere in 2023. Sorry, Titans fans, but it's the way it is. But you have a quarterback. Now you got to get him ready for 2024 when you can build around him. So cut him loose. Quit being so conservative and let him play. Give him some passes and trust him. He hung in there great too, Mike. He took some shots and got the ball off and made some completions even when he was taking some of those shots.
But I think they allowed themselves to believe after beating the Falcons that if they could beat the Steelers, they would be very much alive. 4-4 versus 3-5. And even at 3-5, they're not done. Now, when you get to 5 losses, I mean, it used to be with 16 games. When you got to 5, you probably had to win them all to get in. And even if you did, we saw the Patriots go 11-5 in 2008 and not get in. I still don't know when it's red alert time with 17 games. We haven't had enough 17-game seasons. But when you're at 5 losses, you're getting pretty close to it. And I don't know how well they're going to do down the stretch. But last night would have been a huge boost. And I think that's why, there's just a sense of optimism all of a sudden. They didn't trade Derrick Henry. I don't know what offers they got, if any. I thought it would have been smart to let Derrick Henry continue his career elsewhere. It feels like he's going to leave as a free agent after the season. It just feels like it's moving in that direction. And there were trade rumors back in the offseason about Derrick Henry. I was surprised they didn't move him. I think they had a sense of, we can go for this. We thought we were done at 2-4 and got embarrassed by the Ravens, and Ryan Tannehill gets injured. We have our bye week. We beat the Falcons. Hey, you know what? Maybe we got something here. DeAndre Hopkins had the 3 touchdowns against the Falcons. Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry. They had a lot of creativity in the offense last night. A couple of times Henry took snaps, had that 4th down run where he got to the outside, block sprung him, and he was able to turn on the Jets a little bit. But, at the end of the day, yeah, they tried, and it didn't work. And you mentioned that 4th down play. I feel like that wasn't Will Levis freelancing. I feel like that was the call. Yeah. Like Tim Kelly, the offensive coordinator, decided, presumably with the blessing of Mike Vrabel, we're gonna surprise him here. We're gonna put Treylon Burks behind the defense, and we're gonna trust Will Levis to deliver it. And it looked like there was a little mutual contact all the way down the field, and then Burks got injured, and they never really had a conversation about should there have been a flag on that play. I don't know, but that's almost putting a little too much faith in any quarterback against the Steelers in Pittsburgh, with the game basically on the line, even though they still had another shot to get the ball back and score. That to me just seemed, I don't know, it looked like that was the play all the way. He may have looked one way before over there. Maybe it was a second read. I don't know. But boy, that's just that just seemed like a little too aggressive and a little too much. And again, that's the play that resulted in the injury to Treylon Burks, who, by the way, is alert and moving after being carted off. We saw the thumbs up on the way off the field. It was that one was, and I still think we're a little hesitant after Damar Hamlin. Last night, it didn't feel like they were just being precautionary. It felt like maybe he did have a serious injury, but it looks like Treylon Burks is going to be okay, which is the best news of all to come out of this segment.
Well, it is great news, Mike. And I would have preferred to have seen that play on 3rd down. If you're going to take that shot, take it on 3rd down, then come back and get you something safer underneath, or do the Derrick Henry play again outside. Get him outside and let him go for 3 yards, but pick up the 1st down however you have to pick up the 1st down. So if you're going to call that play, to me, that's a 3rd down play and not a 4th down play.
Or start the Derrick Henry run again and let him do that little jump pass for about 5 yards on 4th and 4.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of different things they could have done. That's a low percentage play where you throw the ball, even on single coverage, you throw the ball down the field to Treylon Burks, and they still had another chance, still almost pulled it off, but the Steelers slammed the door on the Titans, and the Steelers somehow are 5-3 and continue to be very much alive in the toughest division in the NFL, the AFC North, where the Ravens are firmly in charge, the Bengals are making their move, and the Browns have something if they can just get a little something out of their offense. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.